Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, we're going to be talking about actors that I didn't know that they could sing. So, a couple ground rules that I set for this. I negated actors that I knew could sing before I saw them in a role. So, for example, I knew Ryan Gosling could sing from his Mickey Mouse Club days, so he was out. I knew Hugh Jackman could sing as well, so he was out. So, and same thing with Zac Efron, because the first thing that seen them in were Zac Efron at least was High School Musical, so I knew he could sing. Everyone else, I knew them as actors first, and then didn't realize that they had singing chops or anything like that. And then I saw them predominantly in a movie and probably and added them to this list. So I have 23 songs on this list from various actors. No real order to this, just put together a list of actors that I didn't know they could sing. And starting with Anna Kendrick, picked Cups from the Pitch Perfect movies. Anna Kendrick is a fantastic singer. She's really funny as well. Between her stuff in Pitch Perfect and between all of her stuff in Trolls, she had a ton of different things to pick. But Cups is the one that is the most unique to Anna Kendrick, so I ended up picking that. Next, I have the Family Madrigal from Encanto, and this is for Stephanie Beatrice. As a big Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, I was not exactly sure what we were going to get from Encanto from Stephanie Beatrice, but she was absolutely fantastic in Encanto. And yeah, she was really great in that. The next one I have is Naomi Scott. I had seen her as the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers reboot movie, and it shocked me to learn that she has a beautiful singing voice in a song in the Aladdin remake or the live action remake that actually gave Jasmine a little bit of agency, a little bit of nuance that she and a lot of other Disney princesses in the 90s and even before that were just really lacking. So I went with that one. I had never seen Zendaya in any of the Disney Channel stuff, and apparently she had a long singing or a singing career. Well, during her Disney Channel days, I did not know that, so I picked All For Us from Zendaya and Labyrinth from the Euphoria soundtrack. One of my favorite movies of all time is Moulin Rouge, and I did not know that Nicole Kidman could sing, but more importantly, I did not know that Ewan McGregor could sing. And although I've picked a bunch of songs from Moulin Rouge to add to various other lists, I did pick the El Tango de Roxanne for Ewan McGregor because it's such a unique song and a unique spin on an existing song. And then One Day I'll Fly Away for Nicole Kidman. The next I have from Les Mis, I did I Dreamed a Dream by Anne Hathaway. I had predominantly known Anne Hathaway from the Princess Diary movies, Batman, or not Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, things like that. So I didn't know that she had such a strong singing voice. Rightfully so, she got an Oscar for this. So that was awesome. Next, I have from the Phantom of the Opera movie. So this one's tricky because it's got both Gerard Butler and Emmy Rossum. This is mainly for Emmy Rossum though, because I thought Gerard Butler was fine as the Phantom in Joel Schumacher's Phantom of the Opera. He's missing some of the powerhouse vocal performances. Patrick Wilson's also in this as well, and he did a pretty good job of singing. But Emmy Rossum was the big revelation here for me in this one. It's kind of the same thing that I have with the next one because I picked I See the Light from Tangled. And I already knew Mandy Moore can sing. That that's well established that she was a singer before she was an actress. But Zachary Levi, on the other hand, is somebody that I didn't know had a good singing voice because I had known him mainly from Chuck. So this one is for Zachary Levi. It's the same thing with Some Things Never Change. It's from Frozen 2. And although I could have picked something from Frozen 1, but we have Idina Menzel and Jonathan Groff, who Broadway vets knew that they could sing. Josh Gad was somebody that I kind of had some familiarity that he could sing. I think the big revelation here is that Kristen Bell has just a powerhouse voice, and it's just so dynamic and dynamite. There's nothing holding me back. It's from Sing 2, and this is for Taron Egerton. Look, I could have been a little bit more on the nose and picked Crocodile or I'm Still Standing from the first Sing or anything from Rocket Man because Taron Egerton sounds so much like Elton John that it's shocking, but I love this song, so I couldn't help but pick it. I've got Blame It on the Alcohol of Jamie Foxx, who I hadn't seen Ray when this came out, so I didn't realize that he could really sing, so I added this in there. Emma Stone for La La Land. Again, another one I didn't know that she could sing. So, and although she's not like the strongest voice on this list, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. So I did audition The Fools Who Dream from La La Land. Jason Segel, I wanted to add him on the list because I did, he's really great at singing and the piano. So I picked Man or Muppet. The first couple things I saw him in, I didn't really know that he could sing, mainly because he was just bit parts in a lot of the Judd Apatow movies and Freaks and Geeks. So that's why I picked him. Amy Adams, somebody that I didn't know that could sing, and I picked That's How You Know from Enchanted because that is just such a bop of a song. Walk the Line, I could have made this whole list of actors who are in music biopics that I didn't know that could sing. And although Joaquin Phoenix is great as Johnny Cash, I did end up picking Reese Witherspoon specifically for this, and I picked Wildwood Flower. Neil Patrick Harris, I had only mainly known him from Doogie Howser and not How I Met Your Mother at the time, but what was it? Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. So when I first saw Dr. Horrible, Dr. Horrible sing along blog, I didn't realize that he could sing, and I picked my Freeze Ray, so like pretty much the opening song for that. Chris Pine. Chris Pine has a couple different things where he sung. So he sang in Wish. He had a couple songs that I think are pretty solid, but I picked Agony from Into the Woods because that one is just so funny with the performances, and him and Billy Magnum's Magnuson are both of them together are really great. I had two songs from Across the Universe, which objectively is Across the Universe a very good movie? Not really, but I can't deny that both Evan Rachel Wood and Jim Sturgis are really amazing singers in this. Evan Rachel Wood, I picked Hold Me Tight from that, and then for Jim Sturgis, I picked All My Lovin'. Just to to this day, it's still one of my favorite covers of that Beatles song. I picked Christian Bale for his role in Newsies for the song Santa Fe because, of course, that a song from Rent. Now, look, I knew that Taye Diggs could sing because he was in Rent, the original Broadway cast. I knew that all the other performers could sing. So, who's the person from the Rent movie that I was like, oh, I didn't realize you could sing? And that is Rosario Dawson. I had no idea that she could sing. So, that was a nice touch. And then finally, this is the most recent one. It is El Mal from Emilia Perez, and it's Zoe Saldana, not only singing, but singing in Spanish as well. So those are my performers that I picked that I didn't know that they could sing. I did want to give a shout out to Haley Steinfeld because I did want to get her on the list, but I couldn't find a song that I thought was okay enough to put on this list. So I'll give a shout out to her there. And as for the album cover, I probably want to do like a collage of all these different people singing in their respective songs and put them in one collage and make that my album cover. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You could follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.